In this tip, I'm teaching you how to stop coming out of your shots so you can hit nice, pure irons and solid drives. All right, so there is a huge difference between amateur players and pros. All right, and I am not kidding. This is 80 to 90% of all amateur players do this wrong. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to start doing what pros do if you want to hit pure irons and solid drives. Okay, and this is going to take a little bit of time. It's a little bit different. You'll understand what I'm talking about in a minute, and I'm going to show you how to check it, and then you'll be like, oh yeah, that's, it's kind of different. All right, so what it is, it's how you are looking at your target and how you're watching the ball fly. All right, so let me show you. This is what your amateur player typically does. And if you don't believe me, just start watching your friends, okay? Because I'm telling you, they will all do this. So your amateur player is going to step up to the ball like this. They're getting ready to hit a shot. Now, usually they're going to go like this, look at the target through level eyes. So the average person is going to stand up like this, look at the target through level eyes. Now, when they hit the shot, most players are going to stand up vertically like this and be watching their ball fly through level eyes. Yet no pro does that. Unless, of course, they stood up and they blew the shot, hit a big push fade, okay, and they're using body English to bring it back. All right, so watch what pros do. We do it a little bit differently. So this is what you want to start to incorporate into your setup and into your follow through. So we're going to set up to the ball like this. We're getting ready to go. Okay, we got our grip on, doing our setup. Now, just before we hit the ball, we're going to take a look at our target. When we do, we look at the ball through tilted eyes. See my eyes? Tilted. So when I finish, I'm going to go in my follow through looking at my ball fly through tilted eyes. All right? Huge difference there. And that looks completely different. And you're going to check that in a second. All right? So think about it. We set up on a tilt. So if we set up on a tilt and we look on a tilt, going to be more likely that we're going to finish on a tilt, because this to me doesn't look weird. I previewed it on a tilt like that. All right? So if you have finished like this, okay, why would you start finishing like that? Okay? You're not going to do that if you looked at your target through level eyes. Why would you finish tilted? You wouldn't do that. You previewed it through level eyes, so you're going to stand up to look at it through level eyes. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to just act like you're going to hit a shot. Just go through like this. You don't need a club. Stand up vertically like this, and then tilt like that. And you will see that that looks way different than that. Okay, this is how we walk around in everyday life. So this to us feels good. Okay, this is how we want to look at our ball, look at our target. We want to look at stuff like this through level eyes. We don't walk around like this. Okay, so pros realize that though. We know we're tilted. So if we're tilted, we're going to look through tilted eyes. Now when I swing through like this, I'm going to be looking at my ball flying through tilted eyes. All right? So just start watching for that. When you're watching pros on TV, you will see that every pro does this. Then watch your friends and you will see that the great majority of players do not do this. Amateur players, all right? So you got to start incorporating this into your swing. Now, when you first do it, it's kind of weird, okay? So I remember working on this many, many years ago. I started to get a tilt, and literally I didn't know where my ball was going for about 2 weeks because it looked completely different to me out there. So I was used to looking at it like this, and then I looked at it like that. My whole world changed. All right, so that took me a little bit of time to get used to it. But what I realized was after I got the tilt, I started to hit real pure irons and nice solid drives, so they kept launching to the same spot in the sky. So after a while, I kind of knew where to look because my ball would always go to that spot in the sky. You see what I mean? So it's getting used to that angle, which is going to help you, hit the irons nice and pure, and then of course hit the driver real solid because you're going to hit the center of the face all the time. All right, so let me hit one. I'll show you what I'm getting at. All right. So your average person or amateur person is going to go like this. They're going to get ready like this. Okay, now they're going to go like this. They're going to look through level eyes. Go down, they might look twice. Oh yeah, I got to hit it there. So now when they hit the shot, they're going to look like this because you previewed it like that. All right, that's what I'm saying. Pros don't do that. We look at it on a tilt. So we're going to look at it like this, okay? So we're getting ready like this, doing our setup. Okay, here we are, like this. So now I look, see, I'm looking on a tilt, all right? So I'm getting ready, looking on a tilt like that. So when I finish, I'm on a tilt, okay? It's not a severe tilt, slight tilt, but I am certainly not looking at that ball fly through level eyes. All right, so start to understand it, okay? Then start to incorporate it into your setup first. Why don't you just take it in steps, okay? Because it is very weird. So what you want to do, get ready to hit your shots and then just start to do it in your setup. Okay, so you get ready like this. So instead of standing up like this, looking at it through level eyes, just do what a pro does. Start looking at it on a tilt, okay? So then you'll start getting used to how that looks. It looks really weird, okay? Which you're gonna find out once you start doing this. That looks completely different. So you gotta get used to that. So I would just start to incorporate that into the setup first. Because if you do it in the whole swing, and you can if you want, all right? It's so weird and different. It took me like 2 weeks to get used to it. So you might lose sight of your golf ball or like, where'd my ball go? Because it looks totally different. All right, so maybe do it in stages. So get it in the setup first, okay? Get used to that. Maybe just doing it in the setup gets you to do it in the follow through. Maybe, I don't know. But after you kind of get good at it and you're kind of used to doing it here in your setup, then start to do it in your follow through. Just realize you don't stand up vertically. You are always looking at your ball on a slight tilt after you've hit it. So you've hit it, okay? You're on a tilt here, you're still looking here. Now when you swivel on a tilt to watch your ball. All right? So give that a try. You might have to watch this one again. It's just, it's not complicated. It's just a little bit different. You'll understand the difference between what pros do, what your average player or amateur player is doing, and then you can start to incorporate that into your swing. All right, it's so much more exciting when you're hitting nice pure irons right in the center of the club face, solid drives. That's going to get you way more club hit, way more distance because you're hitting it right in the dead center, as opposed to coming out of it, topping it, hitting it thin all the time. That is just not exciting. All right, that's coupled with this position, okay, or associated with this position, okay? So this will definitely help your contact into the future. I truly hope you've enjoyed this tip. I've been teaching a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing now since 1991. If you'd like to learn this type of swing, then click on this link right here or click the link in the description below, and I'll send you some free samples of my body swing book and video series that take you step by step by step through how to build a powerful, effortless, pain-free golf swing.